Now I look like a weirdo. This video is failing. I'm afraid, but we're gonna do it anyways. Today we are using makeup that I'm afraid to use. Genuinely, I'm afraid to use it. And I'm not kidding. I'm afraid to use all these products in front of me, but we're gonna just do it. The reason I'm afraid to use them are all different. Some of them, it's kind of the formula. A lot of them, it's the color. So I'll talk about each one and we'll go through and I'm just gonna use them and show you. I got my trusty little drink here. If you wanna know what this is, the most amazing drink ever, go watch my vlogs on my other channel and see what I show you and what I make. It's my favorite drink and I make it every day and it's 0 calories, 0 sugar. It's so good. So my other channel is Kate Planet. Go watch my vlogs and you'll see how to make that drink. Okay, let's get started. I'm afraid, but we're gonna do it anyways. What I'm gonna start with is sunscreen, and this is the Australian Gold tinted sunscreen. The reason I'm a little afraid to use this is because it's pretty light. I'm kind of weird and I like my sunscreens and like my tinted moisturizers darker just to give my face a little bronze. We're gonna use some scary bronzing drops as well, so we'll get to that later. Let's try this first. I'm just going to put a little bit on my face, and I mean, putting it on, you're gonna be like, why are you scared of that? I know it looks normal, but I am just used to such darker ones to put some color into my skin. I feel like these are so light. And I don't know, it's just not something I'm used to. So I'm afraid of it, okay? Well, let's just rub it in. I mean, really it doesn't have that much of a color, but it's just not what I'm really used to. I'm used to this giving me some glow and some bronzy. And usually, sometimes that's like all I need and I just go out the door. I do have these in a darker shade, which I use most of the time. Do you ever like rub things in and you like can't breathe for some reason? I think you see me do that in all my videos too. I'm like, I can't breathe when I'm rubbing something in my face. So yeah, that's on. I mean, it's fine, but it's just like, I usually wear something tinted. So let's put something tinted on that's scary too. Okay, this is called Laker Rain Glow Bronzing Drops. So I got these on Amazon, of course. Right when I start filming, my phone goes off. We are going to turn that on Do Not Disturb, so I am not disturbed. Okay, we're going to try these. These are so dark. So they sent me the darkest color. I don't know why. That was like the only option. And they are a little bit red. They're pretty dark. I'm thinking if I put them right over this sunscreen though, they will blend in pretty well. So let's just try, but it's scary because it's kind of dark. But we have the power of blending. So we're just going to blend. I mean, oh, can you see why I was scared? I look like an Oompa Loompa. Oh boy. Now you can be like, yeah, I can see why you were scared to do all these. Now I look like a weirdo. Okay, we're gonna bring some lightness back. We're gonna do it. This video is failing. Okay. Well, I just switched skin tones. So let's just go with it. Hopefully the rest of the makeup will kind of blend it a little bit and I will not look like an Oompa Loompa at the end of this video and all day today and for my date tonight with my husband. Okay, so the foundation I'm going to use, and this may actually really fix it, is this Fenty Beauty foundation. This is going to kind of surprise you, but this is the Pro Filter Soft Matte. I have really oily skin and so I like really matte foundations, which that's not why I'm nervous to try this. Why I'm scared to try this is because I feel like this is so pasty. I don't know what it is about this, but I don't use it that much. It's just so, maybe it's the shade. I feel like it's really light. I mean, I'm gonna go back to my old skin tone again in just a minute. It's light and it just doesn't feel like it blends very well for me. So I'm afraid to use it, but let's try it. Let's just try it on top of these bronzing drops now and see what color we get. I don't know what's gonna happen. But see, it's just kind of like, I mean, I have really oily skin, so it makes sense that it needs to be this way to kind of keep the oil at bay. Totally didn't mean to rhyme there. I just feel like it doesn't blend very well. It doesn't really look that good on my skin for some reason. I don't know. We're gonna just see. It does work really well with the oil though. And I guess that's looking okay as long as I blend it in pretty well. And I just use that little bit amount. Maybe I was just using too much of it and it was just kind of getting like too thick and pasty. I think it does build quite well. This is, by the way, this is in the shade 125, so it's pretty light. I would probably get maybe just one shade darker if I were to get it again. Like I said, I like my face just a little darker and tanner. Just my preference. I think because of my hair color and stuff, I think it just looks a little better. I'm not like a ghost. I mean, it looks okay. It's just not my first choice, which really surprised me because I love the brand. I love Fenty Beauty everything. This foundation just kind of isn't doing it for me as much. But it looks good. I think you'll think it looks nice. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. I'm going to actually just do a little... I am flicking this all over me. That's another problem too. It's like coming out really like splattery. I'm just going to do a little bit more on my chin and my nose just to cover those areas that always wear off first. And you know what else I'm doing that I'm afraid not to do? I don't have my Physicians Formula powder with me to cover my nose with that I do in every single video and every day. So that's a scary thing. So we're just going to leave it like that and see what it looks like. And I think it's okay. Okay, we're okay. I'm going to leave it and we'll see how it wears. It's just as chalky. It's just a little bit chalky and light. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, the concealer I am afraid to use is this Bobbi Brown corrector. And this is in the shade light to medium bisque. That's probably why I'm afraid to use it. It's a little bit dark. It's a little bit dry. Even though it's supposed to be creamy, I feel like this one is pretty dry. It's kind of hard to blend because it's so dry. And I just don't love it. And so I don't reach for it very much. So I'm just going to do a little bit, like right under my eye. I mean, this is a little tricky, but I'm just doing a little bit just to cover those dark circle areas, but not too much like a huge concealer triangle. Maybe I'll do a little bit on my lids too. It works well for like covering the lids. Maybe that's what I should use it more for rather than like under eye stuff, because I am afraid to use it under my eyes. I feel like it's just dry. It doesn't blend super well, but it's okay. Okay, maybe we'll leave that. Maybe I'll just do a little bit out here. That could kind of cover some of the darkness on my outer edge of my eye. That's okay. So the powder I'm going to use is this Morphe pink powder. The reason I'm afraid to use this is I don't feel like it covers extremely well. It's fine. Everybody's all about the Wet n Wild pink one. So this is also the pink powder version of Morphe's, but I don't know what it is. I just don't love it as much. It's really fine and thin. It's just off for me. I think the coverage isn't as good, and it just kind of feels like it wears away pretty easily. Maybe that's it. Like it just wears off pretty fast. My Wet n Wild, I feel like it stays all day. I feel like it really keeps me covered all day. This one I just don't reach for as much as that one. It's still nice. It's still popular for a reason, but it's just not my favorite pick. So sometimes I feel a little afraid to use it because I'm afraid of how it's going to last. You might be surprised because I feel like my skin is looking really good. And so you're like, why is she afraid to use all these things? But this is a reason. Sometimes we just have products that we don't reach for and we don't really know why until we sit down and like actually explain, this is why I don't like this very much. And then we kind of make sense of it. Okay, so next I'm gonna do eyebrows, and I'm not really that afraid to do eyebrows. I just hate doing them. So I'll skip my eyebrows real quick. I'll do those really fast and then come back and then we'll do the rest. One thing I could say about my eyebrows today is I am a little afraid to do them this way. Normally I do like the harsh lines right there going diagonal, and then I do like the point, and I really like that shape. But the other night I had them like this, and then I drew like little lines over to look like hairs, which I'll do as well. But my husband was like, he just doesn't think to say random things like this, which most guys don't, right? But he was like, I really like your eyebrows today. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, that's a big compliment. So now it's like stuck in my head. I got to do them this way. So I'm going to try, but I am afraid. I am afraid to do them this way because it is not naturally how I do them. And I don't know how to do them this way. So I'm just going to try to make a better shape, and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, I'm back. Eyebrows are done and they're okay. Now we're going to do the face. So what I'm afraid to use is this Give Beauty bronzer and cream bronzer and powder bronzer called Toastin'. I'm afraid to use this because I don't know how, really. It's viral, it's gone viral, it's totally good. Everybody says it's like amazing. I just am a little confused how to use it. I guess you do the bronzer, the cream, and then you do the powder on top. But that just gets to be like, it looks like a lot when I do that. So I'm gonna try it again, and we're just gonna do a little bit at a time and see. By the way, my little boy's room is the next room over, and he is, one minute he's Bowser, then he's Sonic, then he's Mario. I'm trying to tell him to be quiet, but he's like so loud just playing, and I'm just glad that he's playing. So I'm sorry if you hear him beating up something. Okay, so let's just try the cream here. And I'm just gonna do a little bit right there and then blend it. And we're just gonna go slow because like this just builds a lot. It's really good. I just feel like to use both of them, it seems like a lot. And like, see, I don't know, it's kind of hard, I don't know, blend a little bit. I just don't know what to say about this. It's just like, it is something I'm afraid to use. It is a product that I don't really reach for a lot. Luckily, I got it from Kohl's at Sephora for like $7. So it wasn't too much money, and I want to use it more, but I am usually afraid to use it because I feel like I just don't know how, and I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm using it. We are going to try, but it's looking good. This video, it's kind of surprising me, these products I'm always afraid to reach for, but they look good, you know, it's blending in really well. I think the key is how much I put on, and if I just do a little bit at a time and just gradually build it, then it looks a lot better, obviously, than trying to go in and just like do it all really fast, kind of crazy. Maybe I'll just try a little bit of this powder with the same brush, and we'll just kind of go above and blend in that cream a little bit, and maybe just kind of top it with the powder. Maybe that's a good way to think of it, is like you don't have to put the powder above the cream and make more, because then we got blush to do, right? So maybe it's more just like topping that cream area just to like set it better. That's what I'm thinking. All right, this is making more sense. By the way, I was talking about my eyebrows and my husband complimenting them. My husband and I did a get to know my husband video on my vlog channel, Kate Planet. And it was so funny. It was like, I asked him just like random funny questions, and he would answer, and some of his answers, I had no clue he was gonna say that. Like, it was hilarious. So go watch that video too if you want to see that. It's funny. And we also share one of our coolest gender reveals we've ever done for our daughter London, and that's on there too. So go watch that and go subscribe to that channel too, because there's a lot of fun going on over there. This is the fun makeup area, makeup channel. That's a fun vlog, get to know me. Well, I think we're good here. I think I'm just gonna leave it as this. It is really pretty. It's a really nice shade. I just gotta get over my fear of using it and keep trying it. Okay, are you ready for the blush? What do you think the blush is gonna be? So this is totally viral. This is the Morphe Trio Blush. I got the red shade, so this is in Cheek Thrills. And I love red, so I wanted to try this, but honestly, I'm afraid to use this. I can't even open it. Okay, there we go. Like, what do I do with this? Okay, so we have a very intense cream. Then we have kind of a shimmery, paler red cream. And then we have the powder. And I just need to learn, like, how do I do this? So I think what I'll do first, and I have this brush, and this is like my cream blending brush. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Blush brush. So I'm gonna just dab into this top one just ever so slightly. Just get a little bit of color, and we're just gonna start. This is usually not me. Normally I am like, I just go in with makeup, I don't care. I'm messy, grungy, like I'm not like this person that just like does a teeny little bit at a time. Maybe that explains why I'm afraid to use these things, because I don't do it that way and I need to. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of that. It's looking pretty. It is like, you just need barely any though, because it just can get so intense so quickly. Yeah, that looks nice. So I'm just going back and forth and just doing a little bit at a time, just to make sure I don't go overboard here. It is such a pretty color though. All right, now next, I think I'll try the powder and we'll set, again, this cream with the powder. So I'll just dip into that a little bit. And this is quite a different shade. This is much more orangey coral than the red on top. But I think it looks nice when you blend those together. Yeah, that's pretty. Just try new things. Try the makeup you do have that you never use. I know we all have stuff. I know you have something in your makeup collection that you're afraid to use, so you just never reach for it, and it was just a waste of money. So I encourage you to get those things out and try them. Okay, that's looking good. With these lights, like it's so hard to tell how much I actually have on. I'm sure I'll go walk out there and be like, oh my gosh, I got too much on. But I'm just gradually building it just to show you the color, and we're facing this sphere together here. Okay, I'm gonna use the middle shade now, and that's more the shimmery one, and I really don't know how to use this. I think I'm just gonna do my finger and just get a little bit, if you can see that color. And we're just gonna dab it there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to blend it again with my brush. Yeah, I'm just gonna dab right there on the highest point of my cheeks. That really is a lot of color. Man, this, no wonder I'm afraid to use this. We got it. We got it. I'm going to put some on my forehead too, like I really was out in the sun. That might be a good way to use this one, this middle one, is more on my forehead to kind of show like I was in the sun a little bit, because it's a little bit shimmery. Oh yeah, like I'm like sunburned and sweaty. That's what that could look like. And then kind of bringing it down and blending it in with the cheeks. I'm sure I have enough on. With these bright lights, it doesn't look like as much, but I mean, I'm sure I have enough. So, okay, we used it. We did it. I'm going to keep trying this and playing with it because it is really pretty. It's just intimidating, you know? Okay, my next thing, let's do eyeshadow. I bet you couldn't guess what this is. Smokin' Hot eyeshadow by ColourPop. Okay, I got this and I was like, I'm gonna use those, I'm gonna love those, I'm gonna get warm tones on my eyes. And I haven't used it once. You know why? Because warm tones scare me. Because I don't know how to use them. And I'm a cool toned person. So we're just gonna try this. And I'm gonna go a little slow because I got the red, I'm dropping stuff. I got the red cheeks. I'm gonna do a lip that's pretty intense, my orange shirt. So we're not gonna go crazy, but I'll try a little bit here. So we'll start with this shade right here on the end. This is called Heat Wave. And we're just gonna put that in the crease. Blend it up a little bit. And I'm gonna be a little bit messy with these because I don't wanna be too precise. I want it to be a little bit blown out and just blended really well. That's a good color. I really do like these browns in this palette. I think I should try to use at least the browns more. Because they're really pretty browns. Really pretty. They could be really nice for summer. If you don't even use all the reds, at least try the browns, you know. I'm going to do another fluffy brush and we're going to do maybe this one right in the middle. This one's called Fiery. And I'm going to just do a little bit above that crease just to kind of blend that up to my eyebrow. That looks nice. It's not too bad. It's kind of lighter than I thought, just coming off onto my eyelid. It doesn't look as intense. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty, actually. As you can see, I wore the right shirt for this. I did plan that. I'm going to take this smaller brush, and we're going to do a little more precise and do a little darker. So maybe I'll use this one right here called Habanero. That's a cool shade, color. And this has glitter in it, I can see, but it is a good tone. So we're just going to do that right there in the crease, very direct. Whoa, that is an intense shade. Man, I'm kind of liking these colors. What was I thinking? I think these are really pretty, actually. You know, I've heard that warm tones on your eyes make you look younger. It kind of livens you up and makes you look kind of younger and not age. Like when you're aging, you know, you want to use more warm tones. Even in foundation, you want to use like a warmer color foundation as you age, just to make your skin look a little more lively. I'm going to do this one called Peach Margarita, and this is just a really light. We're just going to blend up all of that clear to the eyebrow, just to kind of blend everything together. But this is looking nice, and I'm going to be brave and do a very glittery eyelid. Which one should we try? Maybe that one. We'll try that one and see. So this one is called Blazin'. And let's just see what this looks like. That's a really pretty Pretty color. Put that on the lid. I usually don't do a lot of glitter on my lid either, which can be scary. We are going out of our comfort zone today, but I'm liking it. I'm liking the colors. I'm liking the eyeshadow look. I think it actually looks really nice. So see, you might surprise yourself if you try some of your stuff that you don't usually use. Let's go back into habanero just a little bit, and I'm just going to deepen that crease after I put that on, just to kind of blend it in again. I don't know who my little boy is being now. I hear him doing the evil laugh. And with this kind of like shadow, you just got to keep blending. So now do a little bit more of the shimmer. You got to keep building, getting that right. Okay, I think that looks nice. I'm going to do another shade just to kind of blend everything right there in the crease. Maybe this one called Get To It. It's fitting. And just kind of blend all of those together right there in the crease just to get that a little bit darker. I am just not used to wearing these kinds of shades, and I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so under my eyes, which I gotta do something under there. Probably, let's do the Go Get It. Do the Get To It. Go Get It. I'm just gonna use that one under my eyes. So Get To It. I think we're done. I am gonna leave it at that. Okay, so another eye product I am genuinely afraid to, I can't say that word, genuinely afraid to use. This is what started this video idea. This is the L'Oreal Lace Shadow Stick. Okay, everyone talks about these. Everybody loves these. Everyone says how amazing they are. And I got this and I don't know how to use it. I am afraid of it. I tried to put it all over my eyelid and it won't blend. It just is stuck right where I put it. It drives me crazy. I am not sure why I'm using this wrong or what's going on, why this is so popular. It stays really well, but I don't know how to blend it. Like, it won't blend when I put it on my eyelid. So I'm going to use it more as eyeliner and at least see if we can blend it that way. Because I have tried and tried with this and I can't get it to look good on my eye at all. It's the weirdest thing. And it's so talked about and these are so popular, but I just can't get them to work. So I'm going to use them the way that I think might work. And I just did it, if you saw, I just kind of did it right in that eyeliner area right above my lash line. And then I like to go in between my lashes and kind of rub it in between. And then I just blend it with a brush. So I was just rubbing that in between my lashes like I do all of my eyeshadow sticks like this. And it started to burn so bad. And my eyes are like so watery now. So that's something to let you know. Don't do that with this one. I can do that with the NARS ones. I do that with the Maybelline Superstay shadow sticks just fine. The hard candy ones, the e.l.f. And I just rub them right there in between and it gets it really dark. With this, it burns like crazy. So don't do it with the L'Oreal ones, which I just learned that. I'm just going to keep it right above my lashes and just leave it right there. That may be the only way I can use this because I'll keep trying on my eyelid, but it does not blend. See, and I even put it right there. It's not moving. Which I guess is a good thing. It's good that it won't move. I want it to move a little so I can blend it in, and it won't. So that's my take on that. So just be careful with that one. That is the reason I wanted to do this video because I'm afraid of that, and now I know why. Okay, for mascara, I'm afraid to use this. This is the Tartelette Tubing Mascara by Tarte. The reason I'm afraid to use this is because it is so wet. It gets everywhere. And this is my second tube of it. I had a big tube of it from a pack of 3 that I bought one time. And it just got everywhere. So I am afraid to use this too. So we're going to try it. I know it's really good, but it needs to dry out a little. When it's brand new, it's so wet. It just gets all over. At least my big one did. This is the mini, so maybe the mini is a little bit better, but yeah, this is totally one I'm afraid to try because it's so messy. I don't get it. And this one was totally viral as well and so popular. And I can see why, because it's good. It makes your eyelashes look good, but at the cost of a mess. It makes a mess everywhere. It just transfers. You got to wait for it to dry before you move your face at all, or it's just going to get everywhere. So far, I'm doing okay with this one, but my other one, man, I was afraid to use it. So I'm just trying to be really careful now because I know if I blink wrong, if I move my head too much up or down while it's drying, it's going to transfer and it's going to go all over the place. So I'm just going to be really careful, kind of let it dry before I do much more. And I can build it as it's drying. Luckily, we're doing okay with this one. Okay, so putting that on carefully, we're good. And I think that's the key, is just being really careful with it and letting it dry, and don't look up or down. Just keep your eyes forward while it's drying. Lastly is lips. What I'm afraid to use for lips is red lips. I'm going to be very warm toned today, very red. So what I'm going to use for lips is this Maybelline Super Stay Lip Crayon, and this is in the shade, where is it? Make Moves 135. This is such a pretty color though, and we're gonna be very warm today. So I'm just gonna outline my lips with this, and then I'll put on something on top that I'm also afraid to use. And I love this like tomato red color. I don't know why I'm afraid to use this because it's so pretty, but I am afraid to use this color a lot. It's just kind of like it stands out so much, and I do have big lips, and so when I wear like a colored lip, like it's there in your face, you know, like you can really see it. Kind of stands out quite a bit on my face. Okay, so I just line like that. I don't need to do the inside, and I'll just blend it a little bit. That was gross. Okay, I'm just gonna blend it a little bit. And then what I am also afraid to use, this is an old product, but it is really good. So I don't even know if this brand is around anymore. I'm sorry if it's not and I can't link it, but this is, I think it was called Sugar. And this is the Cherry Slush Lip Balm. So this was 10 bucks. These are tiny, but they are really good. But the reason I'm afraid to use this is it's humongous. And so putting it on, it can go all over your face. And maybe that's why they don't have them anymore, because they're so hard to apply. I do have bigger lips, and it's hard to put this on. It's just like, I don't know, do I like dab it? Maybe that's the key. It feels good. It's really moisturizing. It's really good stuff, but the applicator is just so big. It's so hard to put that on. So there is a full face of all of the products I am afraid to use. I feel like I have overcome some fears today. I feel like doing some of this, I have actually used some of these products and they don't look that bad. And I think it worked out pretty well. I just need to get used to warm tones. And I think if I wear something that kind of will match, it inspires me. So I'm glad I tried these. So I would really encourage you, go in your collection, go in all of your makeup, pick out things that you're afraid to try and just put them all on and just kind of remind yourself and see if you can make it work. I feel like the biggest takeaway from this is not to do too much at a time. And that's why I was always afraid to use a lot of these, because I used too much and I just dumped it all on. And so when you just do a little bit at a time, it's better. And it works out a lot better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Go watch my vlogs, watch more of my makeup videos. Subscribe, like this video, and have a great day. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!